We're ready. You can carry us well.
Sure. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. My name is Feng An. I'm the Executive Director of the Innovation Center for Energy and Transportation. Today we are going to have a discussion on the introduction of the China Clean Transportation Partnership Program.
Hi everyone, my name is Annie from China, and I'm the ambassador of International Youth Sustainable Innovation Conference.
So let's get started.
Yeah, sure. So Dr. An, I would like to ask you something about your China Clean Transportation Partnership, CCTP. So can you give us an introduction and also about who its members are?
All right, let me try to make that work. So I don't know why that doesn't work. Okay. Certainly, the China Clean Transportation Partnership is a non-governmental, non-profit cooperative platform focused on clean transportation transformation in China. Its members include the leading universities, research institutions, and industrial associations in the fields of transportation, energy, climate policies, and carbon management. Right now, we have 33 organizations and growing dedicated to contribute to the green transformation of the transportation industry in China and globally.
That's great. So it's better if you can see the PowerPoint. So maybe later on, could you introduce some of the CCTP activities to us?
Yes, I think before that, I would like to show some slides about the structure of the CCTP. So thank you, Sherry, for help. Yeah. Go ahead. Next slide, please. Next one, Sherry. All right. So here is 32 organizations, and it's funded in 2019 with organizations like Energy Foundation China, Innovation Center for Energy and Transportation, Tsinghua University. Also include a lot of international NGOs like Natural Resource Defense Council and Clean Air Asia and the WRI. Next. So the executive committee actually ran the CCTV platform, and we have 11 executive committee members, with 6 of them are women. So we have reached the inclusive targets. So go ahead.
That's nice to hear. And are there any memorable activities or the most interesting events that you would like to share with us?
Yeah, our major activities including organizing annual conference, workshops, salon series, stakeholder engagement, conducting joint field research and site visits, and publish annual report. So the annual conference gathers experts and key stakeholders to have deep dive sessions on zero emission transportation transformation, and the salon series focus on specific topics such as heavy duty commercial vehicle adaptation roadmaps and new energy vehicle development, while the CCTV dialogue held as a live broadcast to discuss hot topics.
Nice. And so since you mentioned about the salon and the forums, are there any notable achievements or highlights that you'd like to talk about?
Yes, our major focus is on to address regulatory and policy strategies that support clean transportation transition, including developing the regional EV policies and create zero emission zones and corridors. So examples are we have conduct forum focused on Yangtze River electrifications, focused on emissions reductions for inland shipping along the Yangtze rivers, showcasing the electrification ships, vessels, and the port operation as a vital model for regional low carbon initiatives. Our work for the infrastructure and charging development topics covers numerous infrastructure development policies around the charging network and the EV grid integrations. And session bring together key stakeholders to offer specialized insight into the challenges and advancements in the infrastructure critical to the zero-emission transportation transformation. We have also explored the decarbonize the fleet and the goods movement. The major discussion have centered on zero-emission pathways for heavy-duty commercial vehicles, zero-emission corridors, and the integration of bulk transportation management and carbon reduction goals.
Oh, that's really impressive to hear all these amazing achievements you have so far. And now I would like to hear something about the highlights of the CCTP dialogues.
Yes, unlike Salon series, which are mostly expert-only closed-door type of the meetings, the CCTP dialogues are designed to open to the general public and have an interview style and a town hall type of format for discussions and exchanges of opinions. So here are some examples we held for the past years. One is a theme of the women in zero-emission transportation, focused on the pivotal roles women can play in transportation and the sustainability sectors, sparking widespread discussions and the media coverage, highlighting diversity and inclusivity in advancing zero-emission goals. Another topic we focus on is electric two- and three-wheelers, addressing the integration of electric mobility in urban settings, covering regulatory challenges, infrastructure needs, and the potential for emission reductions. Another topic we have open like town hall dialogue is mobility as a service, MaaS, to explore how MaaS can streamline urban mobility and reduce emissions, and emphasizing policy and technological advancements.
I also heard that CCP released some research and reports in the past 3 years, and can you share with us today?
Yeah, we every year we have published the annual joint research report, and so we call it a Blue Book. And so over the past 3 years, CCTV has published 3 core reports which offer policy recommendations and case studies for the industry. So the first Blue Book series focuses on the overall subject across the whole transportation sector and offer a systematic analysis of China's green and low carbon transportation transition. The second Blue Book examined the challenges and the future trends in the transition to zero emission of commercial and home goods movement vehicles, providing targeted policy recommendations to accelerate emissions in the commercial vehicles. The third Blue Book focuses on the key segments such as non-road transportation, including inland shipping and ports, aviations, and maritime transportation, as well as the structure optimization for transportation system.
Yeah, it's interesting you mentioned about the Blue Book, and I would like to know what's special about this year's joint research report.
Yes, this year's report focuses on the green transition of non-road transportation, including the in-depth analysis of non-road utility and work vehicles, ports, shipping, and aviation. So it is officially released in the annual conference. Yes.
I see. So with all that great work you've done here, so I'm sure that you must have some communication strategies that maybe you want to talk about.
Yes, communication is very important. It's how to convey our message to the general public as well as the key decision makers. So that is the critical elements to measure whether this platform, this partnership, are whether it's successful. So we have multiple platforms to disseminate our the outcome and the results. And so for the CCTV dialogue, each live streamed session attracts more than 500 active participants with high levels of audience interaction through real-time Q&A sessions. So this dialogue creates a dynamic space for public engagement, allowing experts and the viewers to discuss and deliver into critical zero-emission transformation in transportation topics in the real life. We also have multiple social media channels. I think the WeChat public account is a major channel to disseminate our informations. We have the WeChat account engage a large readership, particularly with expert opinions and with widely read and shared public opinions. And these articles provide accessible insights into clean transportation and policy developments, strengthening CCTP's presence as the go-to place for industry knowledge. We also have a Twitter and LinkedIn account, and so through regular updates, CCTP reaches international audience, sharing key takeaways and research findings and policy recommendations that inform and inspire a global community of professionals, policymakers, and academics.
Yeah, I'm sure with all this power of social media, CCTP could be reached and learned by more sources. So our last question would be, going forward, so what are CCTP's priority areas?
Yeah, so CCTP, started out about 5 years ago, and so it is gaining a lot of attention and momentum. And first inside China, now we want to go global to have more global impacts. And we also want to continue to deepen research and collaborations in the clean energy transition in the transportation sectors. We will especially focus on how to decarbonize the heavy-duty commercial vehicles, to decarbonize the ports, the maritime transportation, the aviation fuels, and the multimodal transportation integrations, and to create the zero-emission corridors, zero-emission zones, and as well as the regional coordination, especially in the Greater Bay Area, which we can coordinate like Hong Kong, Macau, and Guangdong to have integrated zero-emission transportation transformation, because the Hong Kong and Macau and Guangdong, they have different political structures, and they have different policies and systems, standards, and so that needs to be integrated and to promote as a uniform policy to moving forward.
Definitely, and thank you, Dr. An, for sharing all this insightful information with us today. And we're so glad and impressed to hear all these achievements that CCTP's been through, all this for the past years. And I think this concludes our conversation today.
Thank you for attending this session. Thank you very much.
Thanks, everyone.
Good afternoon.